Good morning, guys. Hope you can hear my voice. So, my dear friends,
Good morning.
good morning, Anush. Uh, my dear friends, hope my sound is clear and audible. Yes.
Yep.
Appreciate if all our participants, including the excluding the host, to mute themselves. And let's give a few seconds before we start the webinar for, I think, few of our guests to join. Let's start. This webinar is recorded. We thank you all for joining in for today's webinar. The purpose of this webinar is to assist and help off-road enthusiasts for being better equipped with the highest quality product and knowledge. The first part will be introduction of 4x4 Gulf, and then I'll hand over to Dobinsons, Mr. Anush, who's the manager, for their introduction. We will also have a question and answer session at the end of the presentation. We'll be distributing special codes for first 10 customers with an aggressive discount. So please stay tuned until the end of the session. You may type in your questions if you have in the chat box, and we will take it from there. All right, let's begin our presentation. So before I begin the presentation, let's start with a joke. A little boy asked his father, "Daddy, how much does it cost to get married?" And the father responds, "I don't know, son. I'm still paying for it." Well, the moral of the story is that we off-roaders has been spending money ever since we started off-roading. And that brings to our introduction. My name is Samir Ali. I am the founder of the group 4x4 Gulf. I'm an Indian, born and raised in UAE. Off-roading is my passion. I work outside as a senior business development manager for a company called as Iron Mountain, a US-based company that is specialized in something else, in document storage and scanning. My hobby is, well, talking too much and off-roading. And, we are nothing without our co-founders and partners. Let me quickly introduce them to you. So this is our co-partners, starting with Jameen George, Zaid, Zuaib, Rahul, Naju, Omar, and Vishnu Panikar. We also have our support staff, that is Chako, Dinesh, Maman, Salman, Saj, and Ahmed. Now, the company 4x4 Gulf was established, it's a new company, in July 1st, 2019. After going through a lot of off-roading, we noticed that many of us don't get the right advice, and we are confused with making the right decision, such as what upgrade should I have on my car, the off-road lights, the right garages, etc. Many of us ends up buying the wrong products with wrong advices. So, what is 4x4 Gulf Group? We wish to help off-roaders as well as the overlanders. So we have both sections, off-roaders, overlanders who wish to camp, and the dune bashers. And we used to help them with the following. Provide them a platform where all off-roaders meet together, getting the right advice on any upgrades, getting the right suppliers, product reviews, review on the best garages, warning on to our members on wrong decisions and duplicate products. It's a platform for off-road enthusiasts to come together, buy and sell their products. Okay, even set up and plan drives together. If you're stuck anywhere like Mahafiz, Soihan, you name it, Kudra, Badayar, just give an alert in the group with your location, and someone from our group can assist you. We engage in discussion with suppliers like Dobinsons and garages to get you the right product and services with the best price in the market. Well, what's our future? We wish to be your one-stop hub for all your off-roading requirements. we are setting up our website in few weeks time, which only focuses on 4x4 vehicles in UAE. We'll be providing you a platform to buy, sell your 4x4 vehicles. You can sell your suspension, compressor, bead logs, you name it, spare parts, and much more. The suppliers can promote their product with special offers in our website. Garages can promote their services and products. Finally, you can meet a lot of off-roaders and make a lot of friends. We will also be providing off-road insurance coverage services in the future, rent a car service in case if you need to take your vehicle to Mr. Anush in Dobinsons, and meanwhile, you need to have a vehicle running, we can also help you with that. Recovery service in the desert, we are also planning to have this. And that's about it in a quick nutshell. We have our website, that is 4x4gulf.com. We are also on YouTube channel 4x4 Gulf, and I have my own channel as well, Sami Kotel. Instagram is also given in this slide. Now I wish to hand over to one of the best supplier who deals with Dobinsons, who specialized in suspension and springs since decades. Even my vehicle is equipped with the MRR suspension. I'm very happy with it. So Anush, the stage is all yours from here.
Hi, good morning all. Hope everybody is there. I could see many of them are joining now also. No worries, we will start with. So my name is Anush. I am from Dobinson Spring and Suspension, Dubai branch. First of all, I would like to say a few words about Dobinson. I think most of them in this forum might know Dobinsons, but maybe somebody is new, they want to know about Dobinson. So I just want to say about Dobinsons. What is Dobinson? So Dobinsons Spring and Suspension. We are the manufacturers of spring and suspension from Australia. In 1940s, Mr. Reg Dobinson, who was working for Australian Railways, he started from his passion and interest. He started to making leaf springs for his truck, for him and his friends. So it's slightly, it went into different towns to towns, cities to cities. So they had found these things to be more comfortable for carrying more load. In that sense, their family had decided to start a factory. So in 1950s, in Australia, a small town called Rockhampton, we started our first factory in 1950s. It's established as Dobinson Spring and Suspension Engineering Works. Then after a few decades, then his Reg Dobinson's sons, their sons had joined, like Glenn Dobinson and Ken Dobinsons. Then now, presently, in 2000s, like the third generation of the family is taking care of the business. So what I want to say is it's a family-owned business. Now, what is Dobinsons? Like Dobinsons, we are the manufacturers for the coil springs, leaf springs, suspension components, shock absorbers, moreover, like everything for the suspension related parts. We are the manufacturers for it. And we have almost, we have 5 factories, 3 in Australia and another 2 in around the world, out of the world. We design and do the R&D for each and every product of which is coming out from Dobinsons. That's why you could maybe feel like Dobinsons were taking a lot of time to bringing their products in the market, because we don't want to bring something which is not reliable in the market or durable in the market. We want to study the terrain, the product, the usage of the customer. Then only we will produce something that we will manufacture something. So why Dobinsons are here now in UAE? Because we were serving for 76 countries all over the world. So it is difficult for the resellers, like the dealers and the customers in GCC and Africa, to get the products easily. So in 2015 mid, management had decided to start their their own supporting outlet. in somewhere in the middle of the GCC. They found Dubai is the best place. So in 2016, we started our groundwork, and 2017 January, we opened our outlet in UAE, which is in Ras Al Khor. We mainly focusing to store maximum of goods to support our customers and the resellers to get it within limited period of time. And there is another one more point, because you can see most of the products are label products from Australia, America, and some other part of the world. You are a consumer. When you have some problems, some issues, you have to wait for the warranty claim to be honored within. It may take 1 month, 2 months. It's going to be a long time. You have to wait. But as an off-roader or a 4x4 user, I know maybe we don't have a spare suspension or something to be used till then they rectify the warranty claim. So the main aim for us is to support the reseller service, the after sale supports and the warranty upfront. If you have any warranty cases, maybe you can ask any of the Dobinsons users. If you have any warranty issues, we will not take more than 24 hours to clear your issues. So that is the main point that we are here.
Yeah, I have experienced that when you said this when I went with my own clubs, that there was an issue, and I see Anush coming in and helping us out in that situation. It was very good, yeah.
And I just want to say about what is our aim in this 4x4 industry. Like, see, you can see n number of 4x4 suspensions, and I will talk more about suspension because we know about suspension. We make suspensions. Okay. If you ask about some other products, maybe I am not good in like tires and other things. No, we are not good in that, but we are good in suspensions. From 73 years, we are working in that, so we know in and out of that. So why Dobinsons you can choose? Because you can see a number of suspension manufacturers all around us, and nowadays, as rightly Mr. Samir said, people are confused in the market. I normally tell to my sales team, like, we should recommend the customers. It's not like an advice. Recommendation means, yes, we tried it, we tested, we are more confident about the product. That's why we are recommending. I'm not talking about Dobinsons, any suspensions or anything in the market. Okay, we should recommend the right product for the customer for his need. Now, Samir's need is not my need. My need is not someone else's need. So we have to understand the customer need, where he is using the vehicle, how he is using the vehicle, what is his purpose with the vehicle. So then if you can recommend a right suspension for that customer, then only he can be happy and he can be a good customer for you for a long time. So this is the main motto for us, like aim for us is to give affordable, reliable, and a durable product. Affordable in the sense we are not compromising in the quality of the product. If you are ready to, if you want to compare our suspension with any of the top leading suspensions, we are there to have all the quality measures, because we don't want to lose our brand name, because it's a family name. Somebody is telling bad about Dobinsons, so you are telling bad about the family. So we never compromise in the quality of the products. Then how it is being affordable? Because we are manufacturers, so we manufacture and bring it directly to the branch office. From the branch office, it's going to the end users. So the handing over of process is very much limited. So you will get the product, making costs, a little bit of our margin, and giving to the customer. That is what affordable. So anybody can afford a premium suspension. Now, reliable, yes, this can be used for on-road purpose and off-road purpose, but you have to tell us clearly what is your vehicle, what is your need, how much weight you're going to carry, where all the places you are driving. Then only we can give you the right product which can serve you for on-road and off-road purpose. We all know, like, most of us having only one vehicle which we want to use it for on-road and off-road purpose, where we are driving every day for.
Anush, I just got reminded with one poll. Let's just push one poll before
Yeah.
we start and see what people's reactions are. We spoke about people getting confused about getting the right products
Yes.
and the right advice. So pushing a poll, let's see your thoughts on it. So there you go. I guess people has got their polls on your screen. If you can
Yeah.
click the right answer, whatever you think. Your thoughts on previous experience with upgrading your 4x4 vehicles, multiple choices. Mostly I was misguided and spent higher amount of money. I could not find trusted service provider, existing service provider, very expensive. I'm aware of the right products, but the right contacts, and so you know about the products. Looking actively for trusted and cost-effective solutions. So yes, the voting will end in few seconds. Done. Still going on. Okay. Okay, ending the poll. So sharing the results with you. So the highest people voted looking actively for trusted and cost-effective sources. That is what people has to say. Okay. There are people mostly misguided as well, and there are people who say that I could not find trusted service provider. And there are 20% of those people who said I know who are the right people, which is very good news. That if 20% of people know where to go. So from here onwards, Dobinson, you can take this.
Yes, here it's a very good question, which I want to say. I want to give a tip to the customers. See, we are smart. You don't look at a salesman, because salesman, his job is to sell the product. But as a customer, you have to be more smarter. I just want to pull an example here. Like when you go to a showroom to buy a vehicle, you will get from the base model till the top end model, correct? So a salesman will understand, okay, what is the customer budget and his intention and everything. So he will push according to that strategy, because I've been in this field for almost 15 years in this off-roading field. So I had seen most of the techniques where people were using to sell the product. So what I'm trying to say here is customer should be more, he should be more higher smart than the selling person, because you are getting a reasonable value base model vehicle, but you should think, okay, what are the facilities and the options you are getting in the base model, or you can spend little more and get the better benefits with the higher model, the top end version. So this you have to choose. Now coming back to the poll, uh, I always say like people should go for his own homeworks. Nowadays I can tell in the market everybody will follow someone's words. I also get many customers coming into my showroom and ask me, okay, what is best for my car? Definitely, you should check what is best in the for your vehicle or for the terrain, whatever it is. But you need to do your own homework also. You need to analyze, okay, is this best for me? Is this best? Nowadays, what's happened is you have 10 guys in the market, like the brands. You go to that guy, he will only promote that brand. You are coming to me, I will only talk about Dobinsons. But whereas you have to think, okay, is Dobinson is good? Is it reliable? Is it durable? Is it cost effective? What people are telling about this who are using the product, not somebody who is not using the product. Somebody is using the product. What is their comment? One of the see, I don't want to pull any other brands into this, because all the brands are good in their ways. Some of them, like terrain wise, it is differentiated. Some of them, like what to say, like the purpose of that vehicle. Some of them are racing suspension, which is not needed for our market, where we are driving the vehicle for 80 to 100 or 120 kilometer speed in the desert, but you are focusing on something like 180 to 200 speed when you want to drive in the desert. What is the use of it? You are not going to utilize it. So I would say, please do your homework before going for any of the suspension or whatever it is. I'm not talking about suspension. Any of the products you want for, because you are paying, you are the master, you can decide. So that's what my answer for that. Always go for recommendations. Don't follow the advices, please.
Yes, that's a good advice, Anush. And we have questions. We'll take it in the end. We would like to see your MRA presentation. To see
yes.
about that
So
product.
before that, I just want to say a few words about MRA. So MRA means, if people are confused with MRR and MRA, it's nothing but the production of the R&D of monotube shock absorber started in 2012 in Dobinsons. So the first version was MRA. It was a monotube remote reservoir shock absorber. That means it's having a reservoir with the main body. That's it, the remote reservoir shock absorber. MRA means monotube remote adjusters. It's an adjustable shock absorber. So there will be a question like, why there are already giants in the market who have developed adjustable shocks long back. Why Dobinson come up now only? You can check what is MRA shock absorber, because this three-way adjustable shock absorber having all the functions in one shock internally, like rebound, low speed compression, high speed compression. All the three setup internally. We can see external bypass shocks are there, but I am talking about internal bypass shocks. You cannot see in our market. There is no internal three-way adjustable shocks in the market, like two compression and one rebound. So about MRA, first of all, I want to drag you to the video. So we will see the video first, then one second.
Wow, that was an amazing presentation.
Thank you, thank you. So I think Sami, we can go for the.
Let's go for the second poll, and the polling will start now. Just a minute. Okay, I guess you guys have got the second poll. Are you interested in upgrading your 4x4 suspension? World-class experience. Yes, I'm interested. I'm adding my email address in the chat box. Please do that. If you're interested, please add your email address in the chat box, and the Dobinsons will get back to you. Yes, I'm interested in the MRA, which explained, and the other one, MRR. I'm not sure need on taking a right decision. I'm interested in other Dobinsons products. You might already have shocks, different shocks. Yes, people are typing down their email ID. That's good to know. So the poll will end in a few seconds. Let's see what happens here. Okay, the poll ends. So that's the result sharing with you. So again, we have that confused customer. 50% are not sure in taking the right decision. 33% says I'm interested And I'm adding my email address in the chat box. Thank you. We have people adding their name in the chat box. We'll be sharing with you the details.
Thank you.
Some, yes, 6% interested in the MRA. This is the new product. And we don't have anybody for the MRR, but we also have some people who says that I'm interested in other Dobinsons products. If you are interested in other Dobinsons products, please mention your email and then /other. So we know that you are the person who is interested in other products, and we'll ask you who it is. Yeah. So your name /other, your email ID /other. So stopping the result. Yes, Anush, you can take the stage again.
So I just want, if somebody is having, okay, I just want to add one more thing in our product, like MRA and any of the Dobinsons spring and suspension products, like suspension products, you have 2 years of warranty. In terms of shock absorbers, maintenance, rebuilding, everything is coming under this 2 years is free of cost. That means if any problem coming in 2 years of time, this will be taken care by us, like Dobinsons. Even if you purchase it from some any other garages or resellers or anyone, you can go back to them and ask for the warranty. They will be taking care of all your needs. Okay, and we are not limited with any kilometer mileages, because I just want to say an example, because last month I got a customer, he was telling like some other brands were giving 3 years of warranty with 60,000 kilometers of mileage. So I just calculated, like a person living in Dubai is working in in Jebel Ali. He is driving at least 100 kilometers a day. So 3,000 kilometers he is driving for work only in a month. Okay, so in 10 months he is going to finish 30,000 kilometers. So nearly around 15 to 16 months he is finishing his 60,000 kilometers, and his warranty is down.
Even without doing off-roading.
So without doing off-roading. So we are giving our warranty date to date. You are purchasing it on 2020 January. You have the warranty remains till 22 January. So it's a very important point people need to understand, because we manufacture product to test and try it in off-road and for off-road purpose. So we are the sole responsible person for any damages, any manufacturer damages on that product. So I think it's a very good information for the people to know what is the difference between this and that. And one more thing, maybe, okay, I would like people to ask some questions if they have, because
yes. So we'll start with the question that we have. Please do come ask as much as questions you want. This is an opportunity for you guys to ask your questions to Dobinsons. If you have any questions directed to 4x4 Gulf, then you are free to ask me as well. So starting with the first question, let me go back. My Alex says my biggest concern is the alignment, which will be difficult if I upgrade. So I think you are a newbie. So not a newbie. I mean, you are a person who wants to upgrade. So you have a concern that that if you upgrade your suspension, then the alignment will be difficult if I upgrade. So can you answer that question? So we'll get into the second question. Yeah, that will be for Dobinsons. Yeah.
Okay.
He says, if I upgrade, will my alignment have issues with the?
Okay, alignment is something related to your three different characteristics, like toe, camber, and caster. So any vehicle which is lifted more than an inch, you have your toe angle will differ. Okay, so you have to do alignment for any sort of lift. Now, where to go for a good alignment? It's a very big question in UAE market, because there are places. There are very few places they do very good alignment. Like I don't want to pull some name or something, but still you can roam around and find. But they do charge a bit more, but they do good alignment. They do good service. Even if your alignment is wrong within a week or something, they will rectify this for you. So suggesting a good alignment shop, it's a difficult task. But I know garages, they taken care of that alignment. The garages near to our shops, they taken care, they will inclusive of the alignment, they gave the prices, because they says alignment is a very big factor which people don't understand upfront, but gradually it can causes many difficulties for the vehicle.
Yeah,
that will result in complaining the modification.
yeah, that's good. So Jitu has another question. Thomas Jitu. He says, I already have a BP 51 suspension and Dobinson upper control arm.
Yeah.
What else can you offer? That question is directed to you, Anush.
I want to tell a very important point here. See, we people are off-roaders, but we don't know what is the cause of my problem. Now I had realized in 1.5 years back, people are coming to me and telling the shock absorber is bottoming out. So actually, the shock absorber is bottoming out because of the reason of it's not well. That's why the shock absorber can bottoming out. But you have to think one aspect, like your tire is going up and down. So down travel is free. There is no limitations, but your up travel is limited by something called bump stop. Most of the independent all the suspensions having a vehicle is having bump stop, which is attached on the chassis and the control arms. Okay, so that is what limiting your tire travel. One thing which limits your tire travel. So whenever you do a lift, you are going to increase the travel of your tires. When you have an upper control arm, it is mostly increasing like around 1.5 to 2 inches of travel you are increasing. That time you have to extend your bump stop, which is very, very important. Otherwise, it will result in touching your tire on the wheel arch. Later on, your tire will have some marks and it will get damaged. And the fenders also will get damaged. So, Mr. Jerry, what's the gentleman's name?
Sujit, Thomas.
Thomas, you can check that you have a bump stop. Then if you don't have a bump stop, you can go for a bump stop. Apart from that, I think when you do a lift kit, the differential drop and all is necessary. If you did that, it's fine. Otherwise, that's it. Nothing.
There is other questions from Tausif Mohammed. Are products from Dobinsons directly available? I mean, from you guys. So I guess he was getting it from different suppliers. So he was not aware that there is a company called as
Dobinson spring and suspension. Like our branch office is not looking only for retail market. I mean sales. We have 3 different zones like of business. Our most and the important business is armoring, like military vehicles. So we manufacture suspension for military vehicles, so like bulletproof vehicles, heavy vehicles. We are the branch office. So we deployed our garages, like the dealers around the market, supply our products. So there are many resellers in the market, like Titan Performance, Off-Road Middle East, then Torque Middle East. There are a lot of, I'm not getting all the name in my mind.
There are a lot of good suppliers. As I remember,
Good
Titan
suppliers.
Performance is one.
Yes.
We have,
whenever you have a problem, like an issue with any dealers,
Bestline, yeah, we have a lot of.
Whenever you have an issue with any dealers, yes, definitely you can get to us. We can check what is wrong with the supplier or how we can rectify your issue. We can definitely support you.
And the next question, I think, Anush, is from Danish Nasim. He's asking if
I know his question.
If the MRA is available for Xterra, TS
Mr. Danish, we are, as you know, he is very closely in touch with me, and we are talking about this at least twice in a month. He is impatiently waiting for the MRI to come to install his car. I think by December, yes, you will get the answer.
I think he has your suspension on his Nissan Xterra. I've seen him off-roading with us so many times.
Yes, he want to upgrade it to MRI. That's what he was asking for.
Yes. And he's the one who has a 6-inch lift, I guess.
He is having Titan swap, like a modified Titan swap.
That's good. Omar Wakas wants to know. I think I know Omar. I think he has the Suzuki with Vitara, if I'm correct. If this is the right Omar, um, and MRA fits all cars. That's his question.
Currently, we have it for Land Cruisers, Nissan Patrols, and FJ Cruiser 4Runner Prado. But yes, in long run, like in a couple of months, we are getting it for most of the cars, but not for Grand Vitara.
Rajesh Krishnan asks, are the suspensions sold in UAE, manufactured in Australia? If not, where?
We have our factories in Australia, and we had two in China. We have two in China. So mass productions, as everyone knows, mass production will happen only in China. Otherwise, if I am getting my suspension or whatever it is, you need to pay like a hell lot of money. So that is the important thing. But quality, everything is an Australian standard. So you doesn't need to worry about your product quality.
Mamachan has a question. Hi, could you compare Dobinson suspension with Fox, which I currently own, which benefit my benefit to change upgrade? So he has an F-150.
Okay.
For F-150.
For F-150, I mean, it's a Raptor maybe?
Yes.
Raptor, it's coming from the factory setup itself. It comes with the Fox suspension. So we manufacturers don't think too much into somebody is already having a performance shock absorber in a vehicle. We don't spend much time onto that. We are here to supply. If there is no options for a vehicle, yes, we are there.
I think he's having the stage 1 suspension. Maybe he is looking to a reservoir type.
Stage 1, okay, the reservoir type we don't manufacture for F-150 for the time being.
Okay.
In future, yes. In 2021, yes, we will get it.
So Tausif is like a newbie in a club, and he says, what are the beginners options available in Dobinsons?
Beginners, I will always tell them to go at least 2 or 3 or 5 drives with their OE suspension. Please understand the driving in the desert. Come up with your issues. Okay, when I am going over the dune, I am feeling like this. When I am digging, like I am stuck. I'm not able to come across. All these things you come and ask. You disturb some salesman. Then ask them what is the support you need. But from Dobinsons, I would recommend to go for the twin tube shock absorber, which are the basic one. You go with it with the complete setup. Why? Because we have 4 varieties of shock absorbers: twin tube, IMS, MRR, MRA. All the shock absorbers, coil springs are same. So even you go for the twin tube, the basic shocks at the beginning, later after 1 year or 2 years, you want to change the setup, you just need to change only the shocks.
So there's another question, I think. I'm interested in MRA. What would be the price? We'll get back to you on that. We have your script noted. Next is Jitu, again, already extended. So he's explaining to you what he did. He has the bump stop. Do you have links and trail arms?
Yes, we do have links and trailing arms, but the links and the trailing arms, I think he's asking for the rear trailing arms and the links. We do have links and trailing arms where it requires at least 2.5 and above lift. Otherwise, it's waste of your money. You doesn't need to use it.
Yeah. So we have a person without name. I think he or she, I don't remember. What is the tested average lifespan of Dobinson suspension based on heavy usage?
Heavy usage, from our experience, real experience, we had tried it on an FJ Cruiser and a Prado, which stays for almost 2 years, 7 months. 2 years, 7 months. We rebuilt it. We had refurbished it, and still an off-roader is using it. Maybe Samir knows him.
Definitely, and that's the reason I went with your suspension. I've been using some Chinese suspension before. I don't want to speak about it now. So
there is, okay, one more thing. There is no interval of services or rebuilding you need to, we are advising to do. Okay, if you have any problem, within 2 years, we will take care in our cost, like in under warranty. But normal period is like 2.5 to 3 years is what you need to do the rebuild.
So there is a new person, Shimoli Shinoy, and she wants to ask, she's a newbie. I'm absolutely new to off-roading. She has done drives with us, I think. I drive a Suzuki Jimny 2020. That's a fantastic car, I can say. I love that car, by the way. And I've got stock suspension on. Which suspension do you recommend?
Suzuki Jimny, we had come up with the twin tube shock absorbers, where what I see in Suzuki Jimny, it's a light car. So changing the suspension, you have to keep your mind in a way like, okay, you are going to upgrade your suspension to a heavy duty one. So you have to take two things to be analyzed before going for a suspension upgrade, because when you do a proper suspension upgrade, your car need to have some sort of a weight, because springs you're going to use is an upgraded one. So if there is no weight, the vehicle also not having any weight, you will feel a little bit stiffer on road. But off-road, it's fantastic. Otherwise, if you want to upgrade the performance of the OE suspension, then change the shock absorber.
I don't know if you answer this. I'm using Dobinsons monotube for my Xterra. That's Nisham Bashir. What is the spring rating front coil covers?
Okay, it's a very I like this question, because I am totally confused in the market. Like, everybody is asking for spring rating, where what is the spring as a manufacturer? A spring rating of a coil spring means the payload of the vehicle. Like, on what sense the spring rating question is being arised, I don't understand. Because some other day I was listening from a guy, like, he's telling 600 kilogram, 600 pounds is the spring rating. So the spring rating of 600 pounds means almost like what, 3 let's say 280 kilograms in kilograms, where your vehicle front, most of the 4x4 vehicle front is carrying almost 1,200 kilograms. So the spring rating means what is the load which is going to it. Okay, I will tell you very simply, I will explain. Manufacturers like us, we take the spec of OE coil springs. For example, an FJ Cruiser. FJ Cruiser is a car having an OE coil springs, which can take 4 or 5 passengers. Your boot can take at least 50 to 60 kilograms of load, like the volume of the boot, plus your 2 tanks full petrol. This is what the capacity of your original coil spring. We start from there. So we take that spec. From there, you need to advise, okay, what are the maximum that you are going to add onto your car? Front bumper, rear bumper, roof rack, tire carrier, whatever it is, you have to tell us. Then we can advise you, okay, this is the right coil spring for you. Now, coming back to this gentleman question, Xterra, maybe he is asking because Xterra is a very tricky vehicle which is not having any travel from OE. OE upper control arm will touch, eventually you reach more than 2 inches of lift. So all the shock absorbers are limited within 2 inches of travel. Where we had found some changes in the suspension we can make, and make the suspension, drive very comfortable. If this gentleman is using our monotube suspension, please come to me. We can have a discussion. I can make your car much more comfortable to drive. We have come up with some solution for that.
Jitu asks to us, are you retailing Dobinson winches in UAE? Do you have winches?
we sell winches to the army divisions. We are not into, because here in the market, like, there are a lot of winches in the markets. There are a lot of competition in the market. So I never thought about that, but whoever want to come, they can definitely. We have winches. We have 12,000 pounds and 9,500 pounds with synthetic and steel drop. One more feature. You may be noticed, if you are an off-roader, like a marshal or someone, you need to recover maybe 3, 4 or 5 vehicles a day. And this summer condition, your winch cannot take that load of front. So our winches are specially made for difficult task and everything. So it's having an air-cooled system to the motor. Whenever your winch is rotating, like the motor is rotating, there will be an air passing from outside to inside to make the system cool. So the durability of your winch will be more. For example, we had an experience in some drive, some event, around 9 cars were stuck. 9 cars were
Wow.
stuck. All the some brands in the top brands in the market had tried to pull. Yes, they pulled 1-2 vehicles, but they couldn't sustain more than 3 vehicles. 5 to 6 cars being pulled by my winch. Like my vehicle had a winch, we pulled almost 5 to 6 cars, which is Land Cruisers, Tundra, more heavy vehicles. So it's only because it's not because of the other brands such not quality good, but we have the facility, we have the option to cool the motor. This is very important.
So yes, we have, I think the last, and I feel that the shocks are too soft after driving some time in desert. That's Nisham Bashir.
We have to understand what is how it is getting too soft. Maybe he's using the twin tube shock absorbers, which is not meant for long extreme usages and all. Because that's why if you are a long term durable duration you want, you need to go for a reservoir shock absorber, which is having more oil capacity that can give a durable time for you to explore in the desert or whatever the terrain.
Perfecto. So I think all the questions has been answered. Guys, if you have more questions, we are here. Please free to ask.
I can share my number also. They can call me as well.
Please go ahead. You please share your number so they'll be able to contact you. Sharing Dobinson details here.
My number is there, so you can call me anytime.
Okay. Now, coming back to our special offers on certain products, Anush, for the guys who are present here, I think some lucky guys will get some barcodes from us where you will get special promotion. You can actually give them an insight of what you're going to give them as a special promotion.
I would like to tell, like, please message or WhatsApp me in the number within 2 days. Like today and tomorrow, you have time. Please give me some messages. I will send you barcodes and the information regarding the offers which is running now. It's exclusively for this webinar attendees, like whoever is attending this, only for those guys. So please message me or WhatsApp me in the number like +971 54355 1960. I will send you the barcodes and you can avail the promotion anytime this month.
Perfecto. So the pricings, some people were asking for the pricing. The pricing won't be given here publicly. You can always contact Anush for the pricing. Definitely,
exactly.
People going out from 4x4 Gulf will have a special offer.
Yeah.
And where has the listed number? Where has he listed the number? Number, please. So the number has been listed in the chat. The same chat, I'm copy pasting it. Sorry. Some problem with my. The number has been pasted by Anush. Anush, can you repaste the number again? I have some problem.
One second. I will screen the.
Or you can you share a screen, contact details screen if you have, share it with them so they can see it publicly. There you go, guys. That's Anu's contact details, the mobile number, email ID. Yeah, directly contact him. So don't forget to send the email as quick as possible because there is an offer running. And I think it is limited to a number of peoples, right, Anush?
Yes.
Okay, and that many people will be getting special offers. You can't see. Others says he's not able to see. Are you able to? Yeah, I'm able to see in the screen here. I don't know, Adarsh, why you are not. Anush, maybe you can push it. Maybe mobile users not able to see in this side.
Now you guys can see. Please have a look at it.
Yeah, we
Maybe I
both are
need
watching
to.
from the laptops, so I
Yeah.
think we are fine. We are fine. We can see everything. Yeah. Any more? Just zoom it, Anush. Can you zoom it?
Okay, one second. One second.
So that's people are on mobile. That's why they can't see. Okay. So there is the contact details for Anush, and we have also typed it in the text panel. So go ahead, copy, and you can say that you attended the webinar today, and then he will be able to give you a good rate for the 4x4 club. Any more questions, guys? We can wait for you. Any more questions if you have? We'll wait a few seconds. Any more questions if you have? There is someone has raised his hand. Hold on, let me check. Adarsh Ratish, would you like to come on the talk? We can allow you, Adarsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adarsh, please come on the mic. You can speak. We can allow people to speak. No issues.
Hello. Actually, I have raised the hand to get the contact. Actually, okay. I have got the contact. I've got the personal message as the contact, so it's fine.
Anything that you
Thank
want
you.
to ask Anush Dobinsons? Anything? Go ahead, please.
Basically,
This is your chance.
basically I would like to come and see him personally because I would be coming with my MJ. I want to do it on my MJ. So I better feel I'll bring the car and I'll meet him personally at the office. That should be better.
Please, please. You are always welcome.
Okay, there
Okay.
is one. Anybody who wants to use the mic and speak, please feel free. Raise your hands. We'll give you an opportunity so we can hear your wonderful voice. So please do that. So there's one more question from Shimoli. I think this is not a right question, but what's the difference between Dobinsons and Ironman suspension? You are comparing between the two companies.
I don't think so that this is a forum to compare some other brand. I can say what is good in our brand. Like
Yes.
Dobinsons, we give 2 years of unlimited mileage warranty with a good after-sale support. And we had tested this product in the market, which has been rated good from many levels of customers.
Perfect. Anybody else would like to come? I would like to ask Jameen George if you want to come. If you have any questions, please come up. Or any of the members who would like to ask questions, please. Zoe, you can raise your hands and then we can give you the chance to speak. I think there's nobody for the time being. I think we have answered all the questions, I guess.
If they have any questions, they can call me anytime. No problem.
That's it. Yeah. So guys, we have done with our webinar. Now speaking about some new things which is happening in 4x4 Gulf. We'll be having a lot of webinars lining up. We will keep you posted in the group with the exciting stuffs. We are also designing a newbie kit which we can distribute with the help of Dobinsons, like the soft shackles, kinetic ropes, deflators, inflators, compressors, a lot of things that we can get on a special discounted price when we have the volume. We are speaking about a lot of people, maybe 10, 5, when there's a huge quantity, we'll come back to Dobinsons on that. So I'm done. Is there anything, Anush, you want to say as a closing statement?
I would like to thank everyone who had joined in this webinar session. And please always come forward and ask if you have any queries, any issues, any problems related to Dobinson's products. And from my experience, I can suggest you or I can recommend you what is good. I will not tell what is good and what is bad. What is okay for your usage. This I can help you, definitely.
By the way, the presentation that the webinar that we had today will be shared on a YouTube platform and in other
Very
site as well. It will give a great extent and knowledge to those people who needs help on confused people choosing the right products.
No,
For
see,
that,
here people are, nobody's intentionally doing this confusion part. Actually, the options are given by the customer itself. Customers are giving that space to be confused. That's the thing.
Yeah. And Jitu, thank you.
We are all smart. So
exactly.
Choose your,
Jitu, thank you very much for our initiative. We are actually pushing towards, getting all the rates from all the suppliers, educating. This is what we are doing as 4x4 Gulf. We are educating people on the right products to make their off-roading experience, like a smooth ride than a roller coaster ride where things fell down and you get scared, going, that is what we are doing, and hopefully once our website is started, we want you guys to support us in our YouTube channel. Search 4x4 Gulf YouTube channel. We look forward for more support, and physical will be an online. It will be an online platform. We will also have physical presence in the future. For the time being, it's an online platform. As I told you, it's a platform to bring all the off-roaders together and discuss about products, reviews, a lot of things. We might also take some products from Dobinsons for product reviews, and we will also place them in our website and YouTube channel. So guys, thank you very much for joining for today's webinar, and hopefully we look forward to see you again for next webinars.
I would like to say thank to Gulf 4x4. I didn't mention you guys. I didn't forget, but I was keeping it for the last because it's a great initiative from you guys. Because people in the market is a bit confused and unaware about most of the things in 4x4. When you see the volume of people going to off-road compared to 2009 and 2019, it's a huge number. Exactly. So there are more opportunities also in the market. So people need to go and select the right part, what they need. So you guys are doing a wonderful job. All the wishes for your team and Samir and the group. I don't remember everyone's name, but
that's fine.
All the best for your.
Yes, thank you very much, Anush. Thanks for joining in. And guys, peace out. See you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll come up with something new. Bye.
Sure.